Hey everyone, welcome back. It's a new CocoaDaisy month. Actually getting on to my crafting on the actual first day of the month. Sometimes I prep early, sometimes I catch up later. In case of today, it's the first, so let's do this thing. So I do have my April box. I have already opened and gone through this. The kit this month is very adorable, but it had a lot of pugs. And while I am a dog person, I have Australian Shepherds and I'm a dog trainer, the pugs just for my crafting weren't hitting the heart. So I didn't want to hog them and not use them. So I ended up putting them on sale and we got them a new home. So I'd already gone through this, but I've just put everything that I am keeping and am planning on using back in the box and thought I would unravel it on tape. I'm going to be trying to do a lot more filming and posting this month because next month for May, I am actually going to be a guest creator for CocoaDaisy, which I am uber excited about. So April's going to be a little bit of an extra practice month. And so thanks for being here. Might be chatty, might be quick, not sure. We'll see how it goes. As always, let's open up the beautiful tissue paper. And the way I've got things stacked is look at all these papers. So many fun papers. Interestingly enough, this is going to be the last printed direction sheets because now I think we're all moving over to the video since the voting for that went really well. And Christine, that was a really great idea. So I'm excited about that. I do have a binder that I'm keeping all of these in. So I'll add this one to it and we'll have those all archived. So we'll stick that there. Loving the paper fun. There's a couple of things that I do with the papers. Obviously, I use these papers, but I also copy them and will use them in different ways. So like in my Stalogy, this paper is a little thick at times, particularly the doubled ones. It's quite thick and sturdy, which makes for lots of fun for building folders and stuff like that. But for the Stalogy, it's a little thick, so I like to copy the prints onto Tomoe River paper, so it's nice and thin. I can still take advantage of all the adorableness, but it won't chunk up that planner as much. And then I do have a new planner coming, that I'll be posting about as far as my discs I'm doing, and so I did do another copy of that as well. And so I'll show that off later, but it's time for this adorable glittery bookmark. Love this paper clip and this adorable little butterfly, so that is going to go on my rings daily. Very excited to swap that over from the other one. Like I said, I went through all of my die cuts, and so I separated the ones that I was going to rehome and put all of the rest of them in here together. I do get my tabs in a different space just because that way I can pull them quickly because I do end up using these pretty fast. So that's all ready to go. A few of the other fun bits, I do keep the quotes and one set of the clouds. So I think that's going to make some cute spreads throughout. I've got the little sticker sheets. I have been using both of these, so the days and the circles. I've been using them on my rings daily pages, and I've been really liking that. So these ones go right into that book when we get that all open. I have a variety of kits in here, and they're all mix-mashed at this point, but I do know that the modern memory keeping gets me a lot of the cool cards. A few, when I went through admiring everything the first go and going through them, there's a few cards I pull right off the bat and set aside because I know where they go. So these 3 cards go into my Citrus Twist kits, little protector sheets. So I put these 2 colory, the patterns and palette of the month, and then the theme of the month I put together, and then I put the April part in the 2 pocket little divider, and that has a great little flip. And so every month that starts, and then I do a cute little dangly, and I'll give you guys a tour of that in a video coming up. But so that's why I've pulled these 3 aside, because they have a specific job. And then this one, I am going to pick stamps today, which is going to be fun, but I'm going to pick my inks and figure out which of my distressed inks and distressed oxide inks I will be using for the month of April. So I do use this side of the sheet. And then this guy, I actually make a key for my mood tracking. So I like to use the clean color dot markers, and so as much as I have them labeled and as much as I use them often, I have yet to nail down in my brain what color goes with what mood. So every month I do a sticker sheet on the back that has the key for these colors, and I usually do a washi with some of the stickers to say mood on top. So that's why I pulled this card, is that I think that was a perfect card to help me capture my moods. So these guys have a job. And then the rest of the cards I will just play with through all of the different projects. I do like to put the documented card in my 9x12 binder and pocket protectors. So that one usually goes there. And then there's just so many fun ones this month. It's gonna be interesting to see how many I end up using, because there's some great choices. So that's that. We do have some of the bigger ones, bigger cards as well. Sometimes the quotes will just ring perfectly with me, and I'll use them as like a bookmark so I can see that quote all month. Other times it'll just have, you know, a good saying or a really cute pattern, and I'll use it in that 9x12 or part of my memory keeping. I know I'm going to use this one. The butterflies totally got me this month. They're so cute. So that's that, and I will keep that with the paper section, so that way when I'm going through and making projects, it's a little easier to find. Loving the stamps, particularly getting some of the patterns and the circles again. We'll be taking advantage of the butterflies too, but so our stamps are going to be having some fun later. Of course, you know, the glitter dots, or in this case, glitter dewdrops, we'll be using those, and I have said the inspiration of everyone using these already, a few of the spreads that have come out have been really, really great. I did add, I did some, I'm not really obeying my nose pen so well, but I did hit the scrapbooking.com, and I thought these color dots were perfect. And since the dots this month were drops, I got these to kind of go with it. So we'll play around with that. I kept one of the sticky notes, the little guy with the cloud. The clouds are adorable, I found. I let the other ones go to the new home. Did keep the washi because it was the butterflies, yes, and then just some cute ones. So we're gonna find a few more washi friends to go along with these for the month, but excited about that. Oh, and the new pen. I'm gonna switch this actually right now with you guys. So I was so skeptical when it came to the pens. I was not sure if it was going to be love or not. And I love my Clena pen. I love my fountain pens. They've always treated me well. But sure enough, I gave the CocoaDaisy pen a try, and now I love it. It's great. So this one goes with my daily rings, and so I have been using the March one just fine. But one thing that I don't particularly care for is the size of the nib, the writing thickness of the default. I prefer to replace it. I believe it's with a zebra one, but I'll try and link that below of which exactly replacement I use from Jet Pens. What I have found to make this life easier, because changing the refills in this, it's not hard, but it's not necessarily like easy. What I have done is I have a couple of the silver fronts, there's a black, and I've had a rose gold. So I have 3 fronts, tips if you were, that I have replaced the fill with the fill I like. And then what I can do is, like months like this where these two are the same, I can just take this guy out of the new pen and put this one right in, and then I can archive this pen. I'm keeping them in a cute little mug on my craft shelf, and then this one is completely ready to go. And then obviously if I run out of ink in this refill, I'll have to go through and really refill it. But I found that trick is making me swap that easy for one. And then I get to love the new pen very, very fast. And gosh, it's cute this month. I like it. So I did, why this is in here actually. So this is a little sticker book with different things in it. But what I did is there was a few stickers in the sheet that I sold that had a lot of pugs. There was a few stickers that I did want, and so I pulled them out, stuck them in here. That way I could send off the fuller sheets of the pugs that way. And so there's a handful of little ones, as well as some of the puffy stickers. I kept the drops and clouds and one of the butterflies of those. And so I just slapped them into this little book that I happen to have for that. I'm liking how everyone's doing their April tags and stuff with theirs, so I do intend to play with some of these die cut letters. The fact that they're stickers, again, best decision CocoaDaisy could have done. I am such a sucker for it. I do like to keep some of the backers, so these are where like the chipboards came in, or the tabs. I keep some of these because I can always cut them out, punch them out with circles, or do different things there. So I do usually keep a couple of those when I'm unwrapping stuff. This month came with a couple extra medium, small tags to play around with, so that should be fun. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do one of these for my memory decks and doll it up with the April stuff. I think that's going to be cute. Then it comes with the big tags. I have actually already played a little bit with some tags from this month already, so I only have one more in here, but I have used some of those already. And then we're getting into, oh look, there's more paper. So a few more sheets of paper in the cute patterns. Oh gosh, so cute. And then the Simple Dory. I will be doing my little jerry rig on this. So I keep my Simple Dories in my B6 Slim Chic Sparrow. This is a creme, one of the originals. So contrast stitching and oh, so pebbly squishy. And so I cut my Simple Dory down about 1 inch so that it can fit in here. And so the width is perfect, but the height is just a little tall. And so when I do that, I do make sure to go through and kind of check that there's no design or pattern that is in an area that I might cut off. Typically I cut the bottom inch from it because the label section, I guess you could say, I do really like that, and so I don't necessarily like it being too tall up in there, so we'll play around with how. I'm pretty sure I've cut all of them that same way of cutting the bottom off. Yeah, all on the bottom. And so we'll decorate it up. I love this consistency of this front page. Please never change that, CocoaDaisy. This is great. I love that regularity, and then that we can decorate it to our own, little hearts. So that'll have that. We've got 2 sets of chipboards. Again, different kits, got them both, all sorts of fun. They do vary between the two, so while you get similar sized, you'll get different patterns on each circle, which I find nice. And it had the butterflies again. So I'm loving the circles, we'll play with those. Stickers. Oh, because I had gone through the stickers, right? Like I said, I put some of the loose ones in the book, but the ones that stayed with the sheet, I did use the sheet protectors that came in this month's kit, and they fit this time, so that adjustment was perfect. And so they're just filled with the random stickers. I'm still going to make my sticker folder I have been making every month. One, because it gives paper a job, and paper needs a job, and it's cute, but and then it's just the consistency. I am liking having kind of specific things that carry through each month, so while the designs and colors and everything change, I can say, okay, I do this with this and this with this. And so I will do that, and we'll see how I want to play with the protectors from there. 2 sets of puffy stickers because there is never enough puffy alpha stickers. They're fantastic. Love them so much. So another cute set of yellows. I have been getting a lot of this lighter blue. Like I feel like I have like 5 of them now. So might need to really get in there and make, maybe I can do like a full page of all random like alphabet-y ones. That would be cute. Oh, and more paper. Look at that. All sorts of fun. Okay, so interesting enough, we got some patterns again, but there was in one of the kits 2 plain sections of paper, which was interesting, and they're not the same size either, so I'm not sure what job they intended on that, but I'm sure we'll find something fun for it. It's a nice paper. It's got a velvetier feel than the other stuff, so who knows. And then we've got a few of the Traveler's Notebook skinny sized papers. Because again, I cut that down, I kind of have to play with it a little bit. Usually I can take, like, I think it'll be this card this month. I'll take this one for my Stalogy, and I'll do it with the month page. Trying to think if I did it for any of the months so far. No, not this month. But sometimes I'll take, like, this is paper in a card, but I'll cut it down and use it as that side. And I think I will do that for April. This one, it's a cute saying and everything too. So we'll put that in there. Why not? And then, you know, just different jobs for different stuff. And boom, like that, it's all unloaded. And so now that it's out of the box, the next step for me is to go ahead and put it in my little container. I have a little stacked up container. I'll post a picture of it once I get it all in there. I will, like I said, I'll be picking washi, and I will be picking stamps. And those are probably like the next 2 things I'll end up doing. I think I'll leave those there for my job that's next. I did, while I was in this video, want to show you a couple of things off the bat that I do as I drop things on the floor. So this month, with some digital fun, I did play around with the printables. And so one, I just printed off, I have a Cricut, and so I have the regular sheet that comes for printing, and then I went ahead and from the PDF, I pulled a few of the images and turned them into stickers on here, as well as I duplicated and made more of the little boxes. I like to use those to date my Stalogy, is what I started in March. All the bottom pieces here, I like to put little dates down. And this particular month I started using these with my dates on them, and I really liked it. So I went ahead and I played around on my Procreate and built some extra ones. So the extra creativity fills up more space, uses more sticker paper, and anything you do on that is great. So I have those. I did them on solid white for this round. I have previously done some in clear too. This is actually a set of the same images in a different size on clear sticker paper. So that is a fun way. This guy is, I'm trying to think if I have it printed. I don't have it printed anywhere else. It was a 3x4 card on the printables, and I made it a big one. And so that way I'm going to use this as my welcome page to the month. And so that's where I think, again, this page is going to be cute, right? We'll have it like this in my Stalogy. So my little welcome page is going to have those bits. I just printed it on cardstock, and yeah, I'm glad it blew up really well too. The quality of it at this size versus the the size it kind of came in worked really well. Then I also did it in vellum. I was debating between the 2 ways. I guess this side, I did do some butterflies and a big noted as well. I'm going to cut that out and play with those. And there was, like I said, a debate kind of between those. This one came out a little big for my Stalogy, but we'll see. And then this one, this is another example of where I copied paper. One of the sheets of paper here. I'm trying to think which one has the pattern on the back. It's a mystery. This one? No. It's in there somewhere. Oh, you know what? Sorry. No, that's the printable paper. That's the free paper. So sometimes I do copy this paper, but this month I used the free printable paper. That's what it was. And I printed it on that Tomoe River paper, so it's really, really thin. I printed it big because I'm going to use this for my Lauren Phelps Stalogy cover. So I've got the plastic cover. I probably won't use the glittery one for April, but I used the glittery one for March. But you can see I used the March paper, and the thinner paper fits in that easier. It just wraps right around there, nice and perfect. So I just put it inside of there and have a style planner, little, oh gosh, what do you call that? Laminated? Not laminated. But anyway, it's shiny, whatever you want to call that. Foil. Foil is the word. There we go. Foiled month card. And so by slipping in there, it's clear. And so it just welcomes you right to the page. And then I play with my die cut. So I'll be making an April one of those. But that's what that print is already done. So I was already goofing off with some of this stuff. So we'll cut that down to size and go from there. Boy, that was very fastly talked. I hope that wasn't annoying for your ears. Thank you for watching with me, and stay tuned. Like I said, I do have a handful of videos planned with the various stages of all this fun stuff. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more. Thank you guys.